Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, we have quite a few different people now getting pretty upset over here when it does come with the Xbox and one of the pretty big and pretty prolonged Xbox basically programs. Now, this one's a little bit of a sad video for me to go and talk about over here, because if any of you guys are more of an OG or been a part of the Xbox ecosystem like I have for a pretty long time, just seeing like the headline and see what people are upset about is, in all honesty, kind of somewhat sad. So we're gonna go talk about this. We're gonna go talk about everything out here. It's just, I don't know. It's almost kind of seems like an end of an era, for a lack of a better term. So basically, a lot of folks out here in the community have been very upset. Yeah, a lot of gamers out there, which I mean, it kind of makes sense. Pretty much, there's always someone out there in some way, shape, and form upset in some sort of way. But this one's actually kind of somewhat justified because people are spending money and they kind of feel like Xbox themselves are kind of just giving up on them and not really giving them a pretty good deal. So we have a lot of things to go talk about, a lot of things to break on up, and a lot of Xbox news because, well, let's just kind of be all sad together. You guys will understand once I dive into the video. And, well, maybe did have like a nice boomer hug all of us put together. I don't know. But as well, make sure you guys are subscribed before we fully dive into the video itself, as well for the brand new PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X, and or $500 giveaway. We have the Twitter and Twitch stream down below in case you guys would like to go and follow for bonus giveaway entries. And of course, we have the Target and Amazon links too. And let's dive into this kind of sad news, but somewhat rightfully so, sad news. So as you guys have probably known, there's a few different things, such as the Xbox Game Pass, which a lot of folks do like. It has its own critiques, but also has, it's good things. But Xbox Live, Xbox Gold, I'm sure a lot of you guys have heard about this back in the day. Now, this reminds me back in like the 360, the Xbox 360 days, got the Xbox Live. You guys were basically, I was in high school. I'd be like, hey, you guys going on live tonight? I mean, sounds cheesy as of now, but that's just kind of like the day-to-day life. And I think a lot of folks, if you guys have been long-term gamers, and you guys had an Xbox 360, which I think probably a lot of you guys did back in the day, you guys would probably have a nice little softness for this in your heart. But right now, the Xbox Live Gold subscribers have now basically had enough of the trash and kind of just not really being worth the money that they're paying for, especially if you kind of compare this to a Game Pass deal. And just a lot of folks are kind of, well, sad. So if you guys don't know, basically, Microsoft did go and reveal the free, quote-unquote, Xbox One games that Xbox Live Gold subscribers across the Xbox One, Xbox Series S, and Xbox Series X are getting next month via Games with Gold. So as you guys probably know, it's kind of a similar format too when it comes to PlayStation Plus, where it's every single like month or whenever they have a chance to release games, they'll go and also include things for the paying subscribers. Now, I think a lot of folks kind of go and critique PlayStation up a little bit, mainly because they aren't like the best games known to man. Like, has anyone ever heard of DKO, Divine Knockout? I'll be honest, no. I mean, it's technically a day one release, but I've seen like no marketing. I don't know if there's a huge game or whatever it may be. Biomutant itself, I'll be honest, I played it. That game was kind of awful, but it was fun enough. Like, it was still a game that was a game. Mass Effect, though, was a pretty all-around pretty good game. So people will go critique, but sometimes you get games like Final Fantasy. Sometimes you get like somewhat newer AAA games within the last like 2 or 3 years or wherever it may be. Like, it's not awful, but Xbox Live Gold subscribers are basically saying, why are we even basically paying so much for this? Like, what's going on with this, especially in comparison to Game Pass? So as of now, with all these Xbox Live members, they had an awful offering, and this is rough. And the Xbox Live Gold subscribers not only basically have zero desire to redeem the games of the new quote-unquote free games, which they're also included with your subscription, but a lot of folks are getting so defeated, as of the article, after years of being underwhelmed and disappointed that they're actually calling now for Xbox to literally just go and end this program. They just don't even want the games with Gold program, because at least for PlayStation Plus, as I mentioned, they're not like the best games, the most like in-demand games or whatever they may be, but they're still okay. Like Mass Effect, I'd be like, oh, okay, maybe, maybe. A lot of the PS Plus games from here, hey, if you haven't played them yet, go get them for free, why not? At the end of the day. But for these games that they're about to go and show, man, these just look stupid. Like, I don't even want to be the guy who kind of insults it or like, is, like, you never want to be rude to something that's free. But like, what are either one of these games? First and foremost, Game Pass has it already. So I'm kind of surprised any folks don't really just push on the Game Pass itself. I think they're trying to phase out Xbox Live, which is sad because I grew up with that. A lot of my gaming gears are on that, except like, man, a lot of my good friends, especially from me in high school itself, on that. And you guys can see they're trying to be like, yeah, it's a $35 value. They have 2,000 game score. The next month, you get like these 2 cool games of Colt Canyon and Bladed Fury, whatever these games are. But like, even me looking at this, I'm like, I would not probably play. Not to like, I don't want to discredit the games. I don't want to make fun of the games. They could be fantastic games. I don't know. But like, I'm just not convinced. Like, based on the art, based on the caption, based on like the already pretty low price point, like I'm not swayed as is too. And like they have the articles, they're like, hey, like get ready to get on top of this. They have new Xbox games, a double helping of 2D side-scrolling fun. And like, I mean, 2D side-scrolling games are cool and all, don't get me wrong, but I just don't really care. It's like you look at this stuff, you see this type of stuff, and it's like, okay. But also look at all the other prior games too. Like you look through some of these, you have like Pathologians HD remaster. I don't know what this is. Dead end job. Like, do I just want to remind myself of my day-to-day life? Like, no. You know, at the end of the day, I thought there's sometimes other cool games too, like not to completely get rid of it. The Escapist was a very, very good game too as well. We have Trampico, not awful. Like, these aren't bad. Orcs Must Die, very good OG game. Like, this isn't awful, but you sometimes have these months and they're just really, really mediocre. And you guys can kind of go and see, it's like a lot of these people are just saying, I don't care. Are they even saying, quote, to be honest, at this point, I'd rather you drop the games with the gold program altogether and put that money into boosting the Game Pass library. So, instead of dropping like, the $50, $100, $500,000, just go buy another brand new cool game and just get it for the year on Game Pass. Might as well. It's the same kind of thing at the end of the day. And a lot of folks are like, yeah, just call it, just end it, just get rid of it. They say no offense to the developers, and I'm in the same boat behind these titles, but come on, at least throw a couple of AAA or first-party games in every once in a while. Games with gold may as well be phased out at this point, and membership be reduced, because these are without 360 games. Who is really going to play 2 to 3 Xbox One games of actual note? These are just actual trash. And like, I mean, I'd feel bad if these were the devs. Like, you're seeing like Michael Scott gifts over here. You're seeing people with like games with gold has to go, tagging all the Xbox members. Xbox strategy is to put the customer at the center, and this is holding back the brand from just even achieving that. We're saying we haven't even had a banger drop in 2 years. PlayStation Plus is killing y'all, which is kind of true. Now, I will stand by. Game Pass is definitely better than PS Plus. Like, I think we could all, everyone watching this video, could probably agree on that in most cases. But in compared to this Xbox Live free games, PlayStation Plus is absolutely a completely different just beast, Like, at this point, just merge everything with Game Pass, man. Like, just make it all easy for everyone, because everyone wants Game Pass regardless. And then they're also trying to go and say this too as well, where they have games with gold January just leaked. They have insects in like the Blu-ray disc app that you launch when you're trying to go and launch these games, But like everything, look at this. They're saying like, please just cancel it with gold. It's just embarrassing. And it is kind of sad to look at, because I remember Xbox Live being like the place to be. Now, Game Pass is still good, and people are still playing on Game Pass, etc., etc. But it's just kind of weird to see on how sad this is. So basically, they always would go and have at least new games every month. However, Microsoft scrapped this part of the offer earlier in the year, and it clearly took that money saved and put it elsewhere, as not only is there still the same number of Xbox One games, there's also no brand new Xbox Series X or S games too, and a lot of these new games are just mediocre, mid-tier games itself. So, I kind of want to know your thoughts. Again, do you guys even have this Xbox Live Gold in the first place? I mean, I don't have Game Pass. I don't have Xbox Live Gold. And I do kind of agree. Like, if the service just isn't good and it's just not worth the money or the time, what's really worth it? Like, what's the point at the end of the day? I don't think it's worth it. Like, it's just not really that good of a deal, and it's just not really that nice. I just don't, at the end of the day, I just don't really care. So, do you guys agree with all these people out there? Let me go and know. And now as well, there was like a few other kind of cool things too, where they had some cool like old lost games that are making their way back on in, which is kind of just some filler thing over here. But basically there was some nifty games over here from the Xbox E3's 2019 conference that was supposed to come out in 2020. And well, it finally is going to be coming out here in 2023, funny enough, after all of this time. So basically, solo developer Anthony Tan, way in the woods, as I had a long time coming over here, and it's finally coming out now on PC and console in the next few months. So it's kind of cool to go and see this cute little art style with the animals into the woods. They have like their nice little unique style and all of that. But it's kind of cool to go and see. But this, once again, while it is a cool, nifty indie game, you try to throw something like an Xbox Live, I'd probably be like, why am I paying money for this still at the end of the day? So give me your thoughts and comments down below. And as well, make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on as well for the brand new PlayStation 5 giveaway. Xbox Series X giveaway or $500 cash giveaway, either or. We have the Twitter and Twitch stream down below in case you guys want to follow. We also do have the Target links, Amazon links for all the signups too, in case you guys want to check those on out. And I appreciate you guys all so much for watching here in the first place. You guys are all beautiful and lovely.